Hey guys, I know it's been a while, and I'm sorry about that. I've actually been working on the Delicateshell comic itself, and I just kept forgetting to make trailers. There will be one more trailer before I start recording on the dub for Act 2. The Act 2, I'm pretty sure it's a lot longer. I didn't count the pages, but it sure felt like it took a lot longer than Act 1 to make. Partly because, well, I was trying really hard to make it high quality by, I got that digital sketch pad, like I said, but I've also been struggling to draw new things that I hadn't drawn before. Not just new poses, but human characters. I rarely drew human characters in middle school and high school, so it was like an absolute curveball. Hands, they're still a struggle, but I was trying really hard to make those look decent, or at least decent enough. And another thing that was a little bit of a hurdle was backgrounds. Granted, that one wasn't as big as the other two, but even so, I am still experimenting a bit with those. Yes, a little bit of the quality will still be inconsistent between frames, because a lot of it is different posing, me experimenting with a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of losing steam by the end of this act. Luckily, there is only one more page left to draw, so that means I believe I could get this out before Christmas, the comic dub I mean, but I will have to wait and see. And quite frankly, this second act has a lot of twists and turns, but plenty of secrets to get you guys wondering what is going to happen to our little Delicateshell Luna here. Not to mention, how on earth she even got an actual name. That is going to be more so explored in Act 3. In Act 1 and 2, it was essentially setting up her past and setting up her, I guess not so much her, but a little bit more of the world. Because this is not just going to take place in New York. This is going to take place in the Yokai City, because this is a rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan comic. But it's also a fan comic of a fan comic. The original person who made essentially the whole dynamic with the boys, April and CJ, is Cherry Treats Art. If you're in the Discord server, you may know them as Red. They are actually the ones that inspired this comic to come to be. Will I eventually redo this and make it its own world? Maybe. I'll have to see how good I am in the far future. But I do hope to one day make an original comic with original characters, backgrounds, everything like that. But as of right now, I'm just happy making this comic. I'm happy exploring the world of just one OC. And I'm going to see this one all the way through to the end. And honestly, I plan to do some spin-off AUs as well. After the Delicateshell is complete, I will be working on Cracked. Now, for those of you who have been keeping up with my AO3 account, Cracked is essentially a much darker take on it. But instead of Luna escaping the lab incident, why was I going to say Alistair? I guess Lester kind of looks like him. Lester and Grace both survive, but Grace goes into hiding, and Lester gets another hold of Luna, so she is back in a different lab. And this time around, he is a lot crueler. He is not just seeing an experiment, he is seeing something that actively offended him. So, what is he gonna do? He is essentially going to do a lot more damage, one of which is going to be removing her spine and replacing it with a robotic one. Not because she has spinal issues, but because he simply wanted to prove a point. Now, in this retelling, he will absolutely be killed on, well, I guess it wouldn't be screen, but on frame? Question mark? But nonetheless, I plan to do a lot more with the upcoming acts. Now, Act 2 is just the start. If I remember correctly, if how I'm going to do this, there is going to be... No, it wouldn't be... Well, maybe it would be 5 total. Hold on. Then you got... Yeah. Oh, yeah, so this would probably be more like 6 or 7 acts. Holy crap. Originally, I had this set up in like 5. But no, this is like a good few acts. Because each one has a stopping point that I specifically have planned out in my head. But now that I'm remembering how I want this to fully go, whew, this is going to be an odd one. Siren Song is still going to be done if you've been keeping up with my AO3, like I said. I just haven't gotten the urge to make the pages yet. Because even though I have a plan for it, I still get pretty burnt out after a while. Well, I guess it's not burnt out, but just absolutely tired. And after I complete this final page, I am actually going to be making like some dumbass shit that it will all go onto AO3, all kinds of images. But yeah, essentially, I'm going to be drawing some just goofy little photos for a while. But I will be dubbing over this. I will be making one more trailer. And I guess this could kind of count as a trailer, but I see it more as an update. Well, I gotta finish getting ready for work, because being an artist is not free, sadly. If it was, I'd just be drawing this comic all day just for you guys, so that way you guys can have fun, I can have fun. But as we all know, that is not the world we live in. Alrighty, depending on who's listening, good night, good morning, good evening. Special thanks to everyone who has supported me so far, and thank you to Cherry for letting me even do this comic. I did get explicit permission to do this, I guess it would be spin-off. And to my Rara, I love you.